There's one at every party. The designated loud talker. The designated hair product guy. The designated bad dancer. Of course, the designated spiller. The designated wandering eyes guy. And what is that? The designated appetizer hog. And me, I'm the designated driver.
We all play a part. Thanks for being responsible.
Get on in there, tumbleweed.
We're going to get this show rolling right back on track. We got a young lady coming up here. She's been doing her thing for a minute, holding it down. The girl is so serious, she created her own Facebook flyer advertising herself, coming out here doing what it is she do. So I think she got a lot of folks online rooting for her. Now I need for those of you in the house to start rooting for her right now. Put your hands together. Give it up for the one and only Miss Courtney Myers. Thank you, DJ. All right, Courtney, I'm telling you, she's crunk. You better bam, knock somebody up out the box up in here. All right, Courtney, for our new online viewers that have joined us for the first time, tell them a little bit about yourself.
My name is Courtney K. Myers. My friends call me CKM because that's sort of a mouthful. I have a radio show locally here in Indianapolis and a food blog, and I do all sorts of crazy stuff. If you are on the internet, which you are, don't lie, it's CKM Comedy at everything. Everything. Twitter, Facebook, WordPress, my Facebook, my website. And I think I'm responsible for all the white people in the crowd. Put one white chick on a flyer and look, we took over the show. The man showed up. We don't like you, but thanks for coming out.
All right, I said she's cooked. I'm not going to hold up. Y'all give her some fire right now. Get it crunker than she is. One and only Miss Courtney Myers, real comedian producer. Which one are you, baby girl?
I like the broken theme song. I want it to be my theme song. That's why I'm here. Done. Hey, my mom's gonna disown me when she sees this. That was uncalled for. I'm winded. Hey, thanks for coming out to the show. What's up? It's like people here. I'm just gonna talk right here. That's what I'm gonna do. I'm really happy to be here. I almost didn't come actually because I had to fill up my gas tank on the way down here. Oh, guys, $3.63 per gallon of gasoline. Like, that is more than you tip a stripper. It's ridiculous. And it's not that I don't think gas is valuable. That's not it at all. I just don't think it should cost more than a woman's love. I was upset. Very upset. My name is Courtney K. Myers, as we talked about before. Growing up, my childhood heroes were MacGyver and Mr. Rogers. Any fans? MacGyver, he's on the air again, and it's amazing. It's the best afternoon ever. MacGyver and Mr. Rogers together were my favorites. Like, I love them because they taught me how to build a bong out of a sweater. You have to be resourceful, ladies and gentlemen. I was really into Fraggle Rock, too. Does anybody remember Fraggle Rock? Holy moly, I loved that show. It was amazing. It was so great. Past tense, loved it. Here's the deal. When I was 10 years old, my brother decided to save his internet pornography on our family computer under Fraggle Rock. Right? So, I'm 10, I double-click expecting, sing-song, heavy Muppets. Instead, I got the future in mind, hoo-ha, getting stabbed by some man's really dull sword. Oh, it was traumatizing. It was awful. It was like that time in your life when you wake up from the middle of the night with a nightmare and you run into your parents' room and you're like, Mommy, Daddy, I had a nightmare. And they're boinking and you're like, oh my God! This is so much work. It didn't completely ruin pornography for me. I just can't watch puppets fuck, so let's calm it down. Jim Henson and Liza Minnelli make it felt so sexy. I'm back. Anyway, I am happy to be here. It's a good day. It's happy Saturday. It's been an interesting couple of weeks. Actually, I have a boyfriend. I don't know if we don't know each other, so I'll just go ahead and let you know. I have a boyfriend. I was single for a really long time. Actually, I met him online. Has anyone ever done online dating? You guys done that? No, really? Statistically, that makes sense. Sure. I use online dating. Actually, I use plentyoffish.com. I found out real quick, all the fish just want to get in the boat. So, it didn't really work out because all the dudes that use that site are either broke or old, right? So on Saturday nights I was choosing from like coupon man or Viagra guy. Like, what am I gonna do with a $5 footlong too stiff to eat? It's ridiculous. The first dude I dated from online, he was actually homeless. I swear to God. Oh, you guys, I met up with him. He caught my eye the very first time he shook his cup at me. On our first date, we just rode the bus around town, sat in the back so we could judge people. Here's the thing, it didn't work out. He broke up with me because he said he could do better. Right? I showed him. I kept his grocery cart. What? Don't play with me. Thank you, sir. I have a new boyfriend now, and it's nice, you know. Actually, things are they're serious. He actually asked me recently to move in with him, which is serious, right? But I was like, let's go for it, you know. I've never been pregnant before. Let's do this. Maybe 2011 could be that year I get that abortion I've always wanted. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding, you guys. Your body, your choice. I don't care what you do. I don't even like kids. Do what you want. I'm just saying. If it came right down to it, I would never do that. I would never have an abortion. No, I would sell it. Turn a profit on your bad decisions, ladies and gentlemen. Things are going well, too. Things are going well. I realized something about relationships. I realized that they're not hard. Like, they don't have to be difficult. If you've ever struggled in a relationship, here, think about this. Like relationships should not be difficult because men and women are not that different, and I can prove it. Just think about this. Women are really into chick flicks, right? And men are really into porn. Like, at least we all agree a great movie requires a box of Kleenex. That's my favorite joke, too. No, I love my boyfriend, and things are great. Like, we have these super sweet nicknames for each other. Like, I have nicknames for everybody, because I'm a realist with a positive attitude, you know? But we have nicknames for each other. Like, he calls me Turkey, because after a little hoo-ha, he just wants to go to sleep. Sweet. Little tryptophan joke. And I call him Home Depot, because it's easier for me to do it myself. He has a baby, too. He has a baby from, like, a previous relationship. And people ask me a lot. They're like, how do you feel about that? And I don't take issue with it at all, because this child, he is actively destroying my life. But at least he destroyed that other broad's body. You know what I mean? And he's great. He has a nickname, too. I call him Monkey. Though, because monkeys in their natural habitat swing from tree to tree, he swings in a blended family more from abandonment to neglect. So, monkey it is, turning my house into a jungle. What's up? People are clapping. You are bad parents. Wow. Thanks for coming out. I'm glad we have so much in common. I don't know, my family gets nicknames too. My sister, for example, she's a real trashy broad, so I nicknamed her Curbside. She's got 2 illegitimate children. One of them's fat and the other one's gay, so I call them Hefty and Glad. Yeah, and my mom's got Parkinson's disease, so I call her Michael J. Fox. Oh, you guys, seriously, even if that hurt her feelings, she'd just shake it right off. You calm down. Mom loves that joke. loves that joke. You have to laugh at things like that, man. You have to laugh at things like that. That's for real. My mom has Parkinson's disease. That's not funny. But there's some good news. Some good news came recently. Parkinson's disease is on the list of diseases that you can now treat with medical marijuana. That's progress, ladies and gentlemen. It is. And my mother, she's not super excited about being able to smoke pot, but she's really happy she's going to see her kids more. So, everybody wins, you know? Everybody's winning. She's so sweet, too. I'll go over, she'll pack me up a little bowl for the road, roll me up a little doggy blunt for tomorrow. It's nice. Thank you, government. That's the most my mother's ever done for me in my whole life. It's amazing. I'm just kidding. And my mom is awesome. When I first started doing stand-up, she was amazingly supportive. This takes a long time to pay off. I say that to you as I am poor. We'll get to that later. I'm a failure. So happy to be here. When I was a little girl, actually, Michael J. Fox and Curbside and I, we all lived in an all-black neighborhood. I think it took him a minute. He was like, oh yeah, he said it again. We lived in an all-black neighborhood. It's why I wasn't afraid to do this show. That's why all of you are here. You're welcome. But it was seriously, to the point that we were all just like 3 marshmallows floating around in a cup of hot cocoa. Every time you open the front door, it looked like a chess match had gone terribly wrong. I didn't even know there were other white people in the world. I just thought it was some sort of pasty mistake, you know. But I did gain perspective growing up that way. I did. I learned early on, poor white people sit on their porches a lot. Poor black people sit on their porches a lot. I'm sorry. Hold off. They do. You do. Here's the thing. Poor white people don't do that because trailers don't come with porches. Curbside lives in a porchless community. I like to call that shit the dumpster. It's ridiculous. I'm not here to judge, though. I'm really not. I will, but it's not why I came. I can't say anything about my sister and the way she lives her life. You know, I'm living in sin with Home Depot and his love monkey. I can't say anything. Just do what you want, you know? Do what makes you happy. It took some really serious stuff for me to go through, for me to realize that, that's what life is. Life is just making decisions and forming relationships that you're happy with. That's what it is. It's just choices and people. And, it's kind of messed up how that happened to me. I had to totally transform as a person. Literally, 3 years ago, I got some new equipment. I didn't used to be a dude or anything. What happened was, 3 years ago, I used to go off for a rope swing. Right? And let's face it, you guys, I'm about as strong as a wet square of toilet paper. In the wintertime, I get pinned underneath my covers at night. I have no business trying to support all 47 pounds of me swinging from a rope. But I tried it, and I fell. I landed on a rock. Sending my snatch back to the Stone Age. To get your rocks off to a brand new level. Seriously, you guys have really slammed the clam. It was unfortunate for me, but it was lucky. It was unfortunate for the family, but lucky for me, because there was this young Chinese woman in the hospital waiting to donate her lady parts. So now I have a Chinese fortune cookie. Yeah, they installed it sideways, so it's a little extra slanty. Yeah. And now I'm better at math, which is nice. So it was a math joke. Yeah, it was a stereotype. Very good. All the white people are like, there aren't any Asians here. We don't know if we can laugh at that joke. It's okay. I thought about being a stripper before I started doing stand-up. I did. Yeah. I figure I already have the daddy issues when I throw in some go-go boots and a coke habit. But I had never actually been to a strip club before, so I roll into this joint to audition, and there's nobody there except for one dude with a colostomy bag. Ugh. Gross. Immediately, I'm questioning my future as a stripper, but I stayed, I stared, I judged, right? And he's throwing dollars at some of the girls, and then Felicia popped up onto the stage. And Felicia was about the size of a hippopotamus. And to keep it sexy, she had on this mesh top that kind of made her look like bubble wrap. And so she spun around trying to rip the pole out of the ceiling a couple of times. Old man with the colostomy bag decided it was more entertaining to pick up his pillow pouch and stare at the wall than to watch Felicia disrobe popping our little pigeon bubbles. Oh, so you guys, like, that is harsh. Talk about rejection. You know what I mean? It was at that moment I realized whatever it is that it takes to be a stripper, I don't have it. Tits. Stand-up comedy it is. I originally wanted to be in the military. I really did. I wanted to serve our country in the U.S. Army. Hoorah. It didn't work out for me. Everything was going great. My recruiter was like, Courtney, everything looks great, but we need to talk about your drug use. Oh, shit. He said, how many times in your life would you say you've smoked marijuana? I said, wow. What is 6 times 365? He says 2,190. Thank you, Ping. You guys should see me do my taxes. Sorry. I waited tables for a really long time before I started doing this. I really did. It's a hard job. You really need to take care of your bartender. Dude, I once had this person, how many of you ever worked in a bar or food service? You ever done that? Okay, most of you. So you know it sucks, dude. It's hard work. I had this guy one time, he came into my bar and he drank with me all day. Right? And at the end of the day, I gave him his check and he's like, Courtney, I don't have any money to pay for this. And unfortunately, I can't leave you a tip. But to make it up to you, I'm going to take you out to the alley after your shift and I'm going to get you high. Sounded like a terrible idea, so I went. We got down there, and the dude didn't have any weed. Yeah, so I raped him. Tip the staff, ladies and gentlemen. Educational comedy from me to you. You're welcome. So now I do this. I have a part-time job, too, that I do in addition to, like, comedy and trying to take over the world. In my free time, I have a part-time job. I work for a public media station here in Indianapolis. Do any of you guys listen to public media, public broadcasting, and stuff? Okay, there's like two readers. Good. I work for public broadcasting, and I think it's important. Like, that's the only reason that I have a job is because I feel like that job is important. Otherwise, I would just do this. And you know, the reason I feel so strongly about it is because, let's face it, like, the last time I turned on Fox and felt like I was getting news was when X-Files was on the air. It was ridiculous. Just that one dude, that one reader. Yep. It's alright, we'll talk about SpongeBob next time I'm here. It'll be fun. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, she's telling me I need to get out of here, and I'm cool with that. This has been awkward for everyone. Thanks for coming to the show. I feel much better than I did when I got here. I was sort of in a shitty mood, not gonna lie. Came down Arlington, started to turn on to 34th, and some dude straight cut me off. Skrrr! So mad. On the back of his car, I had this bumper sticker that said, "What would Jesus do?" Of course he did. So I let him know. I threw myself out of the car window and I let him know. He used his goddamn testicle! But I feel so much better now. So thanks for coming out. I'm in CKM. You enjoy the rest of your show.